Hey everybody, we are back again for the trauma center. Yeah, I had to had a little bit of some saving trouble, so I actually had to go over to another save to do this, and yeah, this has been a hard session. Phew, time for a break. I'll go get us some coffee. Thanks, that's a great idea. I guess, hooray for coffee. I passed by Linda Reed's room on the way here, but is something wrong? Her parents were there. All three of them started crying and apologizing all at once. It seemed like a lot more was going on than we thought. School, her father's job. Were you eavesdropping? You are not a very good person, Angie. Well, I was curious. I didn't hear anything that was worth dying over, though. Everyone worries about that stuff during high school, you know? Kinda, sorta. I think we all handle our problems in different ways. But I'm glad her family came to visit her. Surgeons aren't really equipped to heal psychological wounds. Exactly, so why are you doing it? I can only try. Anyway, if her family knows about it and they know that was a very intense sprite for that line. Yeah, I think she'll be fine. The girl's lucky she was brought to this hospital, though. Huh? Why? Well, it's only a rumor, but I hear there's a death doctor. A what doctor? Euthanasia. If they've been treating her when she asked for death. Death doctor, huh? Really can't understand why I would want to die. Because, you know, this is how the game handles a very controversial issue. But whatever. 2-9. Please let me live. You may notice a similarity here. Derek, we just received strange results back on Linda Reed. Do they explain the bleeding in her lungs? I don't think it's directly related, but they found extremely high levels of cyprohedrine in her blood. Cypro? What's that? It's a new antihistamine, doctor. They're usually used to treat allergies. I like how they have to tell you. Okay, never mind. I know that, so why didn't she tell us she was on medication? Because she wasn't. Drugs involving cyprohedrine are still in clinical trial. I don't know how to say that word, leave me alone. Also, our test indicated 24 times the suggested dosage. Side effects from overdose include headaches and emotional distress. In extreme cases, the effects are serious enough to prompt suicide. That explains her death wish. It may have contributed, but I doubt that was the primary cause. Still, I've never heard of blah 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 being synthesized within the body. Whatever's causing that might be responsible for the lacerations. The doctor, what is it? Reed's condition is getting worse. She's complaining about excruciating pain in her chest. I know. What? Well, this can't be good. It hurts. Linda, doctor, I want to live. Help me, please. Okay, yeah, if she wants to live, hooray. Derek, we're operating now. Angie, alert the staff. Welp, time for anime plot. Miss Reed now has hemorrhaging lacerations reformed in her right lungs, and we have to conduct an investigation while performing hemostatic treatment. We suspect hemorrhaging in her lungs again. There has to be some explanation of why these lacerations are occurring. Until we figure out what that is, there's not a lot we can do. You should have two objectives during this operation. Treat any bleeding injuries within the thoracic cavity. Discover what's causing the lacerations. I'll be working as your assistant. Stay calm, Derek. No, she wants to live. I have to save her. And it's operation time once more on the same person. Why now? She said she wanted to live. What do you care? I don't know. And these symptoms don't add up. Derek, take extra care during this operation. Angie, keep your eyes on the monitors.
Let's begin.
Good luck, everyone. So, start off as usual. Cutting into right here. Let's have us a look-see. But how? We fixed these 3 days ago. Derek, Miss Reed is still weak from her first lumpectomy. Use the same treatment, but be careful. I like how they have to capitalize that, be careful. Well, the good thing about it being the same stuff means you can treat it the same way, so we've already done this before. So, let's close these here thingies. And stitch. And stitch. There we go, game. Thank you. And one more. I always want to think that there's a little like small dot to the left of the one I'm closing right now. That I always want to think is another wound for some reason. I want to gel over it for some reason, or whatever. Let's give her some more steroids and let's keep stitching. Like so. This is strange. We still don't have any idea why this happened. We've treated the lacerations. What's our next step? We need to close her up and have a closer examination later. Nice job, Derek. Suture the incision and finish. What is that? What the hell's going on? Doctor, try using ultrasound. Did you see that? It was moving. You have to cut it open like so. And there's this weird thingy. What if we... Okay, yeah. This is going far too fast for me. You have to shoot it with a laser like so. It's gone. Angie, using the laser was the right decision. Good thinking. It would have been a bad idea. What? It can't be. More of them? Derek, you have to burn them all. That's the only way to save her. Okay, so to fight these things, you have to ultrasound them, and then scalpel them, and then laser them until they're dead. And you're gonna want to keep your cuts as down as you possibly can, because they can really stack up. Give her some more steroids before we continue. That ought to be enough. And there it is, like so. And cutting it out makes a small opening, and then after you cut it out, it's gonna instantly make another cut. So it's inevitable that cuts are going to be here, but you want to keep them as down as possible. We're gonna give them some more steroids because well, you'll see why. Let's give her one more. Hooray for steroids and lungs. Okay, now this is a favorite trick that the game likes to pull. They like to make that little cut diamond right there. You're going to see that in many other chapters. And I am terrible at stitching them. So I'm sure it's only a matter of time before you'll get to see what I mean. And this one, after you laser it, actually goes back under the skin, so you have to cut it out again. That should be the last one. And that is in fact the last one, so you have to... We did it. Let's close her up. Derek, Angie, you both did well. So, now that they're all gone, we just have to stitch all of this up. Let me get the little ones. I am terrible at stitching these giant ones. I got one. Specifically that one. The one going from the top right to the bottom left. It's especially awkward to get because for some reason the game just doesn't like to register. I mean, it's an odd direction to start with, but the game really doesn't like to register your stitches there. It's like, well, I suppose now is as good a time as ever to show that off. Come on, game. Let me slow down. Or not. Yes, darn it. Come on. Come on. Okay, come, no. More steroids. Let's try this again. Nope. 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 Oh, sorry about that. Nope. 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 See what I mean? This is actually a very good example of what I was just talking about. The game hates to register proper stitching here. Sorry, I keep accidentally right-clicking. And it's very annoying. And this, like I said, this little cut triangle diamond thing that they do, they do it a lot. So you're gonna have to be doing this a lot. Why isn't it reading? Come on, game. If I time out, I'm gonna be so pissed. I would actually scrap this recording and just start over. Come on. Come on, damn it. Come on. Nope. 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 This isn't turning out well at all. Great. Darn. If that had worked, that'd actually been pretty funny. What? 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 Could it have been guilt? What's going on? Why did they both stop talking? Derek, continue. Please state your incision. Whatever, game. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. I don't have to do it again. I'm happy. Okay. Now if I can gel properly, we'll be okay. More steroids, young lady. Just have nothing but to ease my frustration. And you'll notice her vitals actually go back up to 99, so.
Good work, Doctor.
Linda should finally be able to recover. Thank you, Dr. Stiles. Operation successful. Anime plotline established. As that's pretty much all we're going to be doing from this point out. I'll take my C rank. I'll take it to bed, thank you. Well, you know what? That game could read things. I bet I wouldn't have got a C rank. I'd like to remind everyone the details of this operation should be considered strictly confidential. During Linda Reed's medical files, bring Linda Reed's medical files to my office immediately. I will provide updates as needed. That's all for today. Doctor, could this be guilt? How do you know about that? I don't know much. I saw it mentioned in my father's research. How did your father come across something like guilt? Well, he was a researcher. Other than that, I don't really know. Give me some time to figure out the situation. Until then, don't mention guilt to anyone. Understand? Yes, sir. What the hell is guilt? That's what I'm thinking. Whatever it is, it can't be too good if it involves giant bugs in your lungs. Anyways, let's just keep on trucking. 210, Caduceus. I'm here. Please enter. Pardon me, but why was I called to your office? You did a bad thing, son. Why don't you have a look at this examination report? Who's this for? Linda Reed. What do these headings mean? I don't recognize them. Positive chiral reaction? Guilt, positive, spectral analysis, GR, G1R. Those tests are beyond our capabilities, so we enlisted help from an outside organization. In the last few years, a bizarre disease with varying symptoms has been reported in several isolated cases. The one thing they had in common, each victim's body turned against itself, and they all died. Because of that, we believe each subject was infected by guilt. Gangliated eutrophian immunolatency toxin. Bam! Knock that one out. Then you think Reed's illness was... Exactly. Linda Reed was a guilt victim. I'm surprised you were able to treat her without the proper resources. It was a difficult operation, but I wanted to save her. Well, that decision may have changed your life. The organization we mentioned before has shown interest in you. What?